Yeah, welcome to today's analysis. I want to remind you that forex trading is risky and may not be suitable for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, does not necessarily indicate your future success. So please stay small, stay humble, and focus on the long term. Remember, never risk money you cannot afford to lose, and money that you want to use for medical care, and money you need to use for school fees. Don't come and use it to trade. Let's wait a while and wait for others to join the stream. Alright, so let's begin from here. This was yesterday's analysis. Yesterday we analyzed the euro against the US dollar, and then we have two plans. We have plan A and then we have plan B. So with our plan A, we expect a move to the downside, which we call role reversal. We want this pair to hit these areas and then a move to the upside, and our pair did exactly what we expected it to do. So what are we expecting for tomorrow? Today there is an FOMC meeting going on currently, okay, but technically there is nothing here saying this pair is bullish. So based on technical analysis, if you are a bull, you are waiting for it here, and our second plan is somewhere here, which this pair has already hit. So what you expect is something like this, and then to the upside. This for euro against the US dollar. If you are a bear, let's look at day one and see if you are a bear, what can you do? You can put your charts in the chat box if you want us to trade or analyze any particular bit in the chat box, and I'll look at it for you. to the upside. Okay, so that's what we are expecting from this pair. Right, and I said if you are a bull, if you are a bear, let's look at the daily chart to see what you will be expecting. So I was on the daily chart. Closes this way, you go on the 15-minute chart. Okay, let me clear my drawing. Alright, so you go on the 15-minute chart, and then you are looking for a double top. Then you start bringing this pair to the downside. So that's for Euro USD. Let's look at it from a different angle. From a different angle on the 15-minute chart, you can see all my moving averages are to the upside. So technically, you are a bull on Euro USD. If you are a bear, be patient enough and wait. If you are a bear, be patient enough and wait. Wait for it. Wait for a bridge, and then you can pull your trigger to the downside. If you are a bear, if you are a bull, you have placed your trade somewhere here. So you expect a higher high. Alright, so let's look at a different pair, GBP USD. Mark important areas. So with the 4-hour bar, we are getting a bar which is almost closing on top of the resistance that become a support if it's closed on top. So when it closes on top of this thing here, then this pair is going to move out. But when you wait and then you see red candles to the downside, you wait and put a sell limit here. So if you would see something like this, so red candles move to this place and then they return back, and then here that's for a bear. For a bull, you wait for it. For a bull, no, higher high, higher low, higher high. So you expect it to go a little up, and then a reversal to this area or this area here as a row reversal, and then to your upside. Alright, so now let's look at a different pair. Here's DJPY. So this pair is in a range. So CHF, you have a resistance there, then you can see that there is a lower low, lower high. So this low is lower than this, so you could expect something like this. Making CHF stronger than the dollar, so you could expect something like that. Okay, the decision is up to you to decide what you want to do. Now let's look at something like Euro NZD. Let's look at yesterday's analysis. Alright, so yesterday I analyzed this pair. So this is the analysis. We said that we want a row reversal from this area, so it hits that area and then there is a move to the downside. So 170 pips. Wow. So now what do we expect? Let's look at our 4 hour. Yes, so on our 4 hour, clearly there is a space here, so you can look at daily to see if there is something here. I want to clear the drawings. So I still think this pair is going to move down. So you have to make a decision. You don't have to place all the trades that we are analyzing. Just be an expert of some of them. So 1 hour. So on my 1 hour, this is what I can see. So I expect a push to this area here. So I want something like this, and then to the downside. So that's plan A. And this is my plan B. Yes, so if you want us to analyze any other pair, you drop it in the chat box. Just drop it in the chat box. I'll analyze it for you. So a lot of resistance here for British pound CHF. So we can be monitoring this pair. Alright, so I can see a double top here. Yeah, so there is a double top here. So one top, another top. So what you expect is you go to a smaller time frame. On the smaller time frame, it's going up. So you can see that price action doesn't support us. So double bottom. So it could go up. So what you do is you go to your moving averages. Alright, so our moving averages are suggesting a push to the upside. So this is my 15 minutes time frame. So what do I expect? I expect a move like this. 1, 2, somewhere here there should be a reversal. something like this. But it doesn't mean that I want that, so I'll get it. So I want the pair to be below the moving average, and then the 2155 should cross to the downside. Then I'm very confident in pulling a trigger. But right now, as it stands now, it's on the up move. But you don't forget that there is a resistance here on the daily. So even if it moves, can hit this area here and start falling. So you start monitoring the pair from that angle. Okay, so let's look at CAD JPY. So Prince is asking for CAD JPY. So quickly go to CAD JPY. But before we go to CAD JPY, I want us to look at WTI. Alright, so WTI, which is oil, so these are WTI charts. So oil has reached a resistance and starts to fall. So I expect this to move to the upside somewhere here. Any of that slots there. So I always have plan A and plan B. So I want something like this, and then to the downside, meaning that WTI will be strong, and WTI has a positive correlation with CAD. So if WTI is going to be strong, then I expect CAD JPY to move to the upside. Right, so let's outline our support and resistance. So these are 4 hour. So let's take it like this: higher high, higher low, buy, higher high, higher low, buy, higher high, higher low, buy. So I expect it to move to this side. But how do I enter? I go to my 1 hour. On my 1 hour, I can see double top and then lower low and lower high. So right now I want this thing to change into a higher high for me to be able to pull the trigger in the direction of my bigger plan. So how do I do that? I go to my 15-minute chart. So I want it to hit, so this is what I prefer. If this thing will change in my direction, I want this what's the name, the 2155 to cross to the upside, and on the 15 minutes it have already crossed to the upside. So on the 15 minutes I can see something like this here. So there is a resistance, higher high, higher low, then another higher high, but I will only pull the trigger if the 5-8 moving average and then 2155 cross to the upside. So I'll be expecting something like so I expect something like then I can pull the trigger around here to the upside. Now I'm moving to gold. So this is gold. Yesterday I spoke about gold. We are still in a range. Okay, so in a ranging market, you sell the tops here, then you buy the downs. That's how to trade a ranging market. But what I'm expecting is I either want like this, or like this. I'm waiting for any of them. If I get the opportunity, I'm going to pull the trigger. I want to be patient and disciplined and wait for it. Any other pair? AUD. Alright, there is nothing there. So USD card here, this can happen, but let's look at the day. Yes, so the day proves that something like this can happen. So you go to your smaller time frames. So on the 15 minutes, the 15 minutes is not bearish. Okay, so you wait for it. This is what is happening here. So you wait for something like this. Then you can pull the trigger somewhere here. That's if you are a bear. If you are a bull, you are already in the trade by now, or you could wait for it here again. So if you are a bull, that's what you'll be expecting. Alright, so this is the trade plan for some of the pairs for tomorrow. Okay, so I'll see you again tomorrow at the same time, 7 p.m. GMT. Then we analyze some pairs for the next day. Have a nice day and see you tomorrow.